Uh-oh.
What's happening, everybody? I'm just going to borrow Chet's basement for a moment.
I am a loser, but I am free.
Shout out to that guy. So I'm going to play a little video now about Canadians who are really experiencing turbulence in these hard economic times. Cost of living should be top priority. So let's dive right into this, shall we? Here we go.
Jobs numbers out this morning showing Canada's economy losing 25,000 jobs.
Employment seekers are facing one of the most competitive markets in years. For every 3 candidates, there's only 1 job.
The job market just took a hammer to the face, and Ottawa is standing there telling everyone to stay calm. 66,000 jobs gone in a single month. Over 110,000 wiped out in 2 months. Another 25,000 lost in January. And somehow, we're supposed to believe this is stability? Does that sound stable to you?
But like when we're looking at the broad scope of the economy, we lost a bunch of part-time jobs but added full-time jobs. So there's like all these little mixes in there, and it speaks to just how mixed the story of the Canadian economy is right now.
Unemployment is sitting around 7.1% in one report and 6.5% in another month.
Let's say that your life's gone tits up and you're about to be homeless. Here's a few things that might make that a little bit easier. The first thing you're going to want to do is get a backpack, a sleeping bag, and a gym membership. The backpack will come in handy, I can promise you. Sleeping bag, even if you're in a car, even if it's not that cold out, it's going to help. A little 5 to to $10 sleeping bag will make a huge comfort in your life. Gym membership, solidly the most important thing. A lot of places have free coffee, donuts, muffins.
Yeah, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a major crisis happening up in Canada right now. Every day I wake up, I dread having to go to the grocery store and not having enough food left to eat. Because I am a starving artist, / filmmaker, / independent journalist, / a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, this particular story, it matters a lot because this has gone on for years, and I think we reached a point where a lot of people are literally dying right now because the cost of everything has gone up. People can't afford groceries. Now, they probably could go maybe a day or two without food, okay. But there are a lot of people out there that are unemployed, like myself and many other good folks out there that are just struggling to eat, some with families. And last time I was over to the food bank, they were at full capacity. I was there. I have to go back again soon. It's going to take a couple of miles to get there on foot because we had a major snowstorm. I can't ride my bike outside. Nope. So, yeah, I don't even have a car, man. I'm probably reaching that age where, having no car is becoming a problem. And everybody these days is different, okay? If you want to talk about, cost of living, I'm trying to keep my budget low because I can afford to, change apartments, but some people, they got houses, they got bills, they got families, they can't afford to, cut corners. They're already strapped for cash as it is. My rent is going to go up. So it's going to be really difficult for my generation, the millennial generation, to live, not just survive, but, if you want to make it, again, as I was saying before, this is what matters. Trying to get, your money right. And then when harder times come, you might have a exit strategy, like some kind of side hustle business. It's possible. You just have to have a plan. And I can't tell people what to do because everybody has different lives. They got different careers, different lifestyles. All right. Well, whatever you decide to do, it is most important to not take anything for granted, because when the tariffs are increasing, that's when it's high time to prepare for anything, because we haven't seen the end of this yet. You want to talk about depression? I think we're in one right now. This may go on for years. So my advice, like I said, get the things you need. If you want to get something nice, the value of the dollar is going to depreciate in value. So you buy things that go up in value, and then you can, prepare accordingly if you need to make wiser decisions. Like if you have to make moves, okay, make sure that in your next place, wherever the case may be, that you have actually a clean set of clothes, like, shirts and dress pants and all that good stuff. Maybe have a laptop ready in case if some employer wants to hire you on. You're going to have to get situated, maybe for the next 6 months. Think ahead. If you want to drink, like if you have that urge to do something on the weekends, no, don't do that. Those days are over. If you have any subscriptions, I would just cancel. Get the food. That comes first. After that, you can decide amongst yourselves, your family and friends, what it is that you all really need to do, and then from then on, just make a list and then go do that. I'm being dead serious. I mean, whatever your beliefs are, it doesn't matter. When the lights are cut out and you don't have a leg left to stand on, you need to find your people. If you don't have any people, do the best you can with what God given you. And maybe He put you here for me to tell you this right now. Just find a good church, get your money right, get your life and act together, because this is my personal experience that there's no Calvary coming to save you. When times get harder, people are going to be counting on UBI to save them. And that's not really going to work out, I don't think. I think it's going to be a long, rough road ahead for all of us. And, some people, religious people, they don't want to take that route. So, okay, fair enough. If they want to go that route, they should find good people offline then. I would do it now. Because later on, if the food gets higher in price, people are going to be panicking, Like, it won't be like the 1929 Great Depression. Imagine waking up one day and bread is like $8. In some places in Canada, it already is. And if people can't work with that, they're going to be in a slump. It's going to be a fact. So, yeah, make sure you get your money right. Get tools. Don't buy booze. Don't buy anything stupid like that. If you have money left over for junk food, you can definitely get good things, that's going to last you a long time. You buy things, again, that go up in value. And once you have those tools, be sure that you hold on to them, for a long time, because we don't know. This economy could go belly up at any time. And then people won't have anywhere left to go to but right to the government. And oh man, when that day comes, people are going to be losing so much freedom. It's going to be crazy, man. I know it. Okay, so I'm going to explain one more time. This picture's from my great adventure in Outward Bound. That's a picture of me from 20 years ago. Actually looked pretty good. But I try to live clean, and some people are not used to living on the basics and living out in nature, and this is what some people they got to do now. They got to learn how to survive, and people today, they don't have that survival instinct. So best make sure that you come prepared. You get the basics, you get anchor chargers, you get crank radios and all that good stuff, just in case if there's a power outage or a storm, because we had a storm. You want to make sure that you have a pantry or some kind of stash available to you for in case of emergencies. And God forbid if inflation gets up even more and families start having to go to the food banks and they have only so much rations to go around, you may have to have a backup plan. So you go find a church, or find your nearest community centers, and talk to some people. Make sure that you don't end up homeless, because it will be very difficult to get out of it once you're there. So don't plan on doing anything like extreme. Just make sure that you have the basics taken care of, and then you'll be fine. You'll be all right. Pray. That's all I gotta say.